Hello everyone, welcome to TGS 2020 Online Capcom Special Program. We're about to begin. So let's start with the first title. We'd like to call tonight's guest to the stage. So over here, could you introduce yourselves? Hi, my name is Tsuyoshi Kanda, and I'm one of the producers for Resident Evil Village. So for everybody watching, thank you for watching tonight. Next up.
Shout out to our viewers in Japan and all over the world.
That was in English, but his name is Peter Fabiano. Wow, look at all the comments. Everybody's really excited to kind of see the information that we're going to unveil tonight. So, what should we start with? So, today we'll be talking about Resident Evil series, especially Resident Evil Village. So, we want to start by talking about BIOHAZARD Village. Here's the latest trailer for those who may have missed it.
All clear. Come on, move! Chris? What the hell? Take him away.
In life and in death, we give glory. The bell tolls for us all. They're coming again!
Mia.
Quit being so paranoid. Long ago, a young girl went with her mother to pick berries for her father, who was hard at work. But the forest greeted them with a dark, cold silence. The bushes empty. Yet determined to find the berries, the rascal broke free of Mother's grasp and vanished into the trees. Mother's worried cries faded fast as the girl ran on, over vine, under branch, and into the forest deep.
And in death, we give you glory. Mother Miranda.
It's just a local tale.
If it's just looking, window shop away.
Wow, that was so scary, right? Looking at all the comments, it seems like everybody is like, wow, that was really cool. So, thank you. So, including videos, we have a lot more information to show you today. So, we thought we'd start with a summary and some other information. To start with, this game's story takes place several years after Resident Evil 7. Just like RE7, players assume the role of Ethan Winters, who's now living peacefully with his wife Mia. So that peace that he is living with his wife is shockingly shattered by Chris Redfield, who helped Ethan in the previous game. So after watching the trailer, I'm sure players are left wondering what Chris's motives could be, and how this changes the dynamic between the characters from RE7. We can't disclose any secrets today, but we'll continue to provide more information in the future. So in terms of the setting, as the title implies, this game takes place in a desolate, snowy village where all sorts of drama unfolds. So interesting thing about this game is the village plays a central role, so much so that it can be considered another main character. And here we get a look at some of the creatures that have taken root in the village. As seen in the trailer, they move fast, they're very violent, and they sometimes hunt in packs. They'll become even tougher when they're organized and coordinating their offensives. But even in this creature-infested village, there are various residents that the players can expect to encounter along the way. So what sort of story is going to be waiting for you with all these interesting characters in Village? So we'll have more details about this as well, but you can look at the pictures that we have and kind of come up with your own ideals. So everything looks really cool, right? Like, just seeing it brings up all these kind of interesting, makes me imagine all the cool things that are going to be happening in this game. So is there anything else you can show us tonight? So yeah, we have something that we haven't shown anybody yet. We have an interview with Pete and with the director Sato and with the art director Takano. So please take a look.
Beautiful,
So
terrifying.
a very beautiful but scary. For Resident Evil 7, we initially thought of Ethan as a character who would just act as a camera for the player, a sort of blank slate for the cam to project themselves onto. But from a story perspective, we realized it would be better to make Ethan Winters a character onto himself. And we really ended up liking who Ethan became, and we wanted to know what happened to him after Resident Evil 7, like what sort of life he would lead. So we started thinking that for the next stage, the protagonist really couldn't be anybody else but Ethan, and we figured this all out at a pretty early stage. We want to make sure Village was just as terrifying as Resident Evil 7, maybe even scarier. But something you'll probably notice that's different from that game is that we changed the lighting a lot from what you saw in Resident Evil 7. You probably noticed that if you watched the PV. And we think we really hit a good distance and made a terrifying and beautiful village.
From that title and really grew them in scale for Resident Evil Village. Not only did we up the graphics and elements of survival horror, but we focused on making the world and the atmosphere all around it feel both beautiful yet terrifying.
So when we were making Resident Evil 7, we thought, is this still scary? We decided that in terms of game design, we would go back over everything that we did, and you can keep this in mind. We'd go back and we'd kind of reverse we'd rethink all the logic we used in the previous games and try to make a really terrifying game. So compared to RE7, Village is a bit more catchy, a bit more easy to pull yourself into. That's one of the primary concepts we kept in mind when creating the game. Now, in terms of visual beauty and the weight we gave to it, I really left it all entirely in the capable hands of art director Takano. As Village's director, I tried to think about the feel of the game, like what are the emotional moments, where's the terror, where's the beauty, where's the cruelty, where are all these feelings, and thinking about all that sort of stuff is my main job, what I consider my main job when I was creating this game. Now, when we think of the word village, it evokes a sense of closeness, of a small, tiny place. But when you look at what you've built Village to be, it's sort of a colossal distance. It's got this colossal distant feel to it. We wanted to give it a sense of oomph, a very sense of reality. So we did our best to make the mountains around the village look as fantastic as possible, to really give it a wide open vibe. We wanted players to walk through the village world and be like, whoa, I didn't think of what I could actually go here, and wow, this is so cool and everything. So we thought a lot about how to create a game that you can make your own approach to, where you could figure out your own solutions to problems you face. This is something we decided to do a lot more with this game. So you have a lot more freedom than in RE7. We want players to experiment, to figure out things that work for them. We want everyone to think of Resident Evil Village as a horror movie that you can play.
Works really well to draw you into the world we've created. You want to take your time to fully explore the detailed environments and the fully designed set pieces. The only way that you could make it any more immersive, I guess, is to scan yourself and put yourself in the game.
Where did you find this guy?
Give me a break, Pete.
Hey, I only work with professionals.
But the forest greeted them with a dark, cold silence. The bushes empty, and into the forest deep.
What is it with that creepy story?
It's just a local tale.
まあ、本を使った理由はですね、すごくいろんなバラエティに富んだ作品になる商品になるなと思ったんですね。まあ、一番よく
Because we had a huge variety of things that we included in the game. We realized later that it would be hard to summarize all that, and players might get confused and think, what's this all about? That would be, not ideal. So we came up with this one storybook that would sort of summarize everything for people so they can understand the whole picture of the game.
To get the full experience. All the little touches and ideas that the designers add are fully realized and come together once you make it through the entire game.
僕はそうですね、ヴィレッジは
Village to me is
僕はやっぱりそうですね、イーさんっていう一人の人間の
this kind of story of Ethan, this one guy.
イーさんっていうそのキャラクターの一つの、イーさんの全てを描き切る作品だと思ってます。
So probably the entirety of who he is just kind of brought into one single game.
っていうのを最後まで見届けたいと。
For the Ethan Winters that we created in Resident Evil 7, I wanted to see where his story ended up. And I think that's kind of one of the main centerpieces of Resident Evil Village. Wow, that was really cool. Oh man, look at all these really nice comments. Some of these comments are like, let Ethan have like a peaceful life, come on. If you watch the video we just showed, you can probably see what sort of survival horror we're trying to make with Resident Evil Village. We're hard at work on Resident Evil Village, so and we're doing everything we can to deliver an amazing game, so stay tuned for more information. So we do have one more thing to report. While Resident Evil Village is being developed specifically for next-generation consoles and PC, we're looking into delivering the experience on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One as well. We're looking into it, but we can't make any promises. However, we will do our best in creating a top-tier survival horror experience on current generation consoles. Hopefully we'll be able to share some more good information. Wow, that's really exciting, right? So keep tuned for more information on this front. So that is going to be it for information on Biohazard Village, but I hear we have some more information to share with everybody from something else. Yes, we have the 25th anniversary of the first Resident Evil coming next year on March 22nd, 2021. So we're here to kick things off with this year. So we've created 2 mascots for this anniversary, like a cute one and a really cool one. And this one's like super cute, right? So the one on the right is Raccoon-kun, or Raccoon. He is the mascot of Raccoon City. Now we have one more thing to show you, and that's this right here. Wow, look at it. That's like all the characters, so many characters I remember from the Resident Evil series. Man, it's been forever since this came out. 25 years is a long time, right? Like, back then I was still a student when it came out, and like Nike Air Maxes and stuff were out, beepers and whatnot. So I'd like to take this opportunity to thank each one of you. The reason why we're able to continue the series is because of all of you, of our fans. And I hope you enjoyed what we showed you today. And we have plenty more information to share with you soon, so please look forward to it. So that's all the news from the 2 of us today. So everybody was really surprised to see that character in the middle of that big large picture they had a second ago. So next year should be an excited one. And do you have one final message before you guys go and head off? So let's start with you, Takano-san. Or sorry, Kanda-san, sorry. So we can only give you a little bit of information about this game right now, but we want you to know that the entire staff for Resident Evil Village is doing our best to create the best survival horror Resident Evil game for you guys to play. So we'll do our best to keep making it a sort of Resident Evil that is what everybody wants and is the sort of thing that everybody can have a lot of fun with. So please stay tuned for more information.
Thanks everyone for watching.
So next up is Pete.
本日ありがとうございました。
世界待望のバイオハザードビレッジはですね、25周年の続報を皆さんお楽しみにいただければと思います。
So we hope you look forward to more information about Resident Evil Village and the 25th year anniversary of Resident Evil. So that was all the information we have for you about Resident Evil today, but we hope you enjoyed it. Did everybody have fun? I can't believe that Papa, the character, was in the center of that big picture every photo. I was really surprised to see him there.